itu suna ti tilpat kuwinja tin nan taksa harhdam pena ding tuka kalau zilding.
So the first is minimize sugar and unhealthy fats.
Pakana kasi chini tampi laming sa tau maling ni tingkat boleh.
Maximize portion control.
Then ki maximize portion control ni tingkat kami nan taksa chini la tau ka auming sa tools then red heading timikan zilding.
And then also maximize physical activity.
就是特色增為那 exercise 麼？你點樣做嘅呢啲咁做嘅？
So the first one is minimize sugar consumption.
不過那陣即係今年從下特色從咪亂流定即係點多啲點樣做嘅？
The American Heart Association, it recommends that children only consume 3 teaspoons of sugar per day.
American Heart Association 多啲lungawi那嘅特色係叫你多啲ziangvek C anti-dilute。你嗰度係那下邊多啲同麼即係係啲同那damcak流連卡安什麼些特色係那麼？那特別是即係同卡拖啲個看，即係個特別嘅嚟做咩事？
3 teaspoons. That's what this looks like. 3 teaspoons of sugar.
咁而啲係啲 teaspoon 就。TV 跟 coffee 跟漂亮海的，點我見不同咗啲，呢隻就是講你睇上嚟嘅嘢麼
And then 6 teaspoons for women, 9 teaspoons for men.
นู่นน่าจะ係啲ลูกมีปัญหา係啲ว่าลูกคอยบอกว่ามีจีนค่ะจะนับทำเราเรียนค่ะตัดซะเขาจะนับนะ
The problem in America is we consume way too much sugar.
อเมริกาตัดซะดำน้ำหนักตามบิสเนสเลยสุกร์ค่ะการตัดซะดูนักตามเป็นยังไงมีว่า
So children are actually consuming 16 teaspoons.
น่าฮักเลยอันเอทีมันชื่อไฮเลโรคที่ไฮเลโรคที่นี่ก็ได้อันเอมันเป็นฮักเลย
And men and women are consuming on average 15 teaspoons. So this is how much suggested. This is the reality.
มันมีปานูนาเป็นตั้งไปถึงนี่ก็ได้เห็นไฮเลงาจุกไรอันนี้จะอันจุมีจุดอะไรจะนูนาจุไฮรูปเต้จะมีไฮเลงาอันเล็กนักตั้งในดินาสตีมจะมีปากเลยไฮกัวริงคาเสียตั้งปีอันนี้คือจะตั้งปีกันในดินาเสียเชียว
So where is the sugar coming from?
อาศัยจีนี่กันที่ชุ่มสุก
How are we consuming all
คุยนารา
this?
เชียวคุยดีนาราคุยดอกอะที่มีกันในทักษะที่รู้ตั้งปีค่ะ
Most of our sugar consumption comes from soda drinks. Soda, energy drinks.
จีนี่กันไอ้ดีๆใครกาแฟกันเที่ยวในจีนี่กันสิ่งที่สมองกันไอ้ยินปกติชมมีค่ะตั้งบิสกิตราเลยโซดาดริงก์ที่พอปอย่างที่Coca-Cola, Pepsi,
Pepsi.
เขามีดริงก์สิ่งตั้งบิราไม่ใช่
And then we're also getting them from sweets. So desserts, cakes, donuts.
ซึ่งดูนะเขามีดูนะสุกตั้งปีกันมานะจะดูโรเลนี่ก็ดิเซอร์เค้กสั่งกันในบอลดีจนคุกกี้ที่เบกบอลเขามีตั้งปีสิ่งกันในช่วงมีบอลราไม่ใช่เขา
But we also get sugar through like cereal. Most people don't think of sugar being in cereal. But cereal, it can be in oatmeal, soups.
จนอะไรก็จะชุ่มกับที่นี่ก็ไอ้เราติดนานชุ่มตักซาตั้งปีรุ่นนะจะซีเรียลที่เบกบอลดีจนสุดที่ไอ้นี่พุ่นกันไอ้นี่สมมติเป็นตักซากันตักซาตัวนี้นะที่จีนี่สุกร์ตั้งปีอาลูเทลที่สิ่งตักซาสม
So 1 cup of Fruit Loops is 12 grams of sugar. And most kids are not eating just a little cup. They're just pouring it in to their bowl.
แต่ที่น่าที่เราคือFruit Loops ที่มีนะครับตัวนึงเองเท่านี้ที่มีแต่ไข่ก็จะเป็นกรัมเพลงมีสุกร์จีนี่ของที่น่าสิ
And then we see our drinks at Starbucks. That's maybe something that we're having first thing in the morning, and we're getting this sugar high with 55 grams of sugar.
แต่ที่น่าก็คือจีนเขาดินในจวนพากันในหม้อซอสสุดกันในสตาร์บัคกี้โมคาคุกกี้ครัมเบิลที่มีฟรอปชิโน่กับกดที่มีกัน55 grams sugar แล้วเราจะกัน55 grams equal to how many teaspoons
So that's going to be equal to, I can tell you.
ฉะนั้นที่ยังกันเห็นเลยค่ะที่มีคลุมมีการตัดสารมาเช่นที่ว่าลุดที่มีค่ะการฟิกโคลน์ตัวนี้สิจีนี่ยังที่ว่าแต่ละที่มีทั้งหมด
So that, let's see, that is, I'm just doing some math with it. 13 teaspoons, almost 14.
ฉะนั้นที่ตัวค่ะที่มีสตาร์บัคขวดขัดเตะอันอินมีเห็นกันอินมีคันฉะนั้นไฮเลยถุงกลุ่มซิโซติกามีปาปกติตัวนี้ไฮกว่ากันเดียวที่มีนักเรียนที่เขาชนะตัวนี้ตามเจ้าดีนักเสีย
And then this one is here, 3 teaspoons.
ฉะนั้นตัวกี่12 กรัมซื่อไฮได้ไปถุงกลุ่มฉะนั้นนะครับคือมีเฮเบกิแคนดี้ขัดเตะที่มีไฮขัดเตะอันเอชีเอลที่ขับขัดอันเอใช่เลยนี่ก็ทำงานตัวนี้ขัดต่อตัวนี้นักเสียที่สกุลกับถุงกลุ่มไรเตลเจ้า
Yes. So you can see how it's so easy to overconsume this sugar, right?
ฉะนั้นจีนี่ตักขาตุยกันมาจีนี่กันที่นี่เนี่ยเราเองทุ่มข้ากันตักษาอลเต้ปกติกันตักษาตัวนี้นะเองล้วนเป็นเหมือนข้าเนี่ยล้วนอลเต้นี่กันเทโด
So this really becomes a problem for our bodies.
จุดว่าจนตั้งปีกันตักษานักดำเรานักข้าเวลาก็ชอบตัวจัง
When we get too much sugar in our body, it begins to convert that sugar into fat.
ยาจังแต่ละจีนี่ชุ่มข้ากันตั้งติกาข้าจีนี่ชุ่มปอดกันชุ่มมีข้ากันตักษาข้าท้าวจังเดียว
So it's not healthy fats that actually make us fat. It's sugar that is making us overweight.
จุดแรกเขามีจีนี่ชุ่มกันกันท้าวจังมีปอดข้าหักนั้นมีท้าวสลวินเคลมีจีนี่ชุ่มกันเคลมีปอดกันหักนั้นมีท้าวสะสมสดกันมิส
It also causes insulin resistance, which leads to prediabetes and diabetes.
เช่นตัวอินซูลิน resistant ที่มีค่าตัวอย่างจังตัว diabetes เพราะจนชมที่ชมที่แบบปอดค่าจีนี่ขนาดดินพุนาคันจีนี่ตั้งแต่ขยายแค่แต่ตัวขนาดนักสดตัวจัง
So by cutting down the amount of sugar, we can then help reverse diabetes.
ทีนี้ก็จีนี่กันในมีค่ากันทุ่มที่ก็ diabetes จนทุ่มที่แบบกันในมีปอดค่าที่ชมกันในมีปอดค่าเลือดที่ชมดำนักจังตัวเทสา
It also creates high blood pressure.
ที่เราที่ฉันสร้างราคาสุกร์ตั้งที่ก็คันที่ฉันสร้างที่เราปอดค่าจังตัวเทส
So think of the blood running through you. Think of your blood being like water.
แต่ที่นั่นที่ฉันคิดที่ได้เป็นซิมบังสลา
But with all of this sugar, it becomes more like syrup. It becomes thick.
ที่มีที่ได้ค่ะแต่ที่นั่นก็มีสุกร์ตั้งที่ก็คัลฮักที่ก็เป็นก็จะสาอยู่เป็นที่ได้ค่ะ
So when that thick blood is running through our arteries, it's having to work harder and our blood pressure is increasing.
ที่นี่ก็คันที่ฉันค่ะอาริตีโลดีก็คันสาอยู่เป็นก็อาริหมอสากันเป็นคนมีมันเดียวเองที่นี่ก็ฉันกันเทียนกันลงสุมีคำที่อารุตอสวกะฮาร์ดิโอ
So we need to decrease that amount of sugar that we're consuming for our weight, for diabetes, and for high blood pressure.
ฉะนั้นที่ฉันสร้างในโรงเรียนเสร็จฉันได้ไปจนถึงที่ฉันทำในโรงเรียนเสร็จฉะนั้นฉันกันตักษากันจีนี่ชมค่ะอามัลเอบิกันในค่ะดูนี่เสร็จ
Now, how do you spot sugar?
อาศัยจีกันในยีน่ากันจีนี่ชมเราที่นี่กันเท่
So whenever you see if you read the ingredient label on your food, if something ends in os or you see dex, both of these mean that word is sugar.
ที่ตัวกับที่ไรนี่เลยแบบอันตัดเนี่ยกันที่มีรางจานเสียสละthe glucose, sucrose, fructose, lactose ที่เอา se ที่มีเตลนี่เลยว่า dex dextrose and the dextrose ที่มีพอ dex ที่มีปุ่มนี่เลยพอที่ sugar เตลที่นักเสีย
Some sugar replacements that you could use would be coconut sugar is a better sugar. It's lower glycemic.
ด้วยจีนี่ต Taksa Thlarau ni por kajin na athum thilang kan ei thei tis la ju but ma coconut sugar to be por ki ju atha son adam na ka son Thlarau ni si.
And coconut sugar is a one-to-one replacement with white cane sugar. So you can use this in exchange for this.
Tu ta na ka coconut sugar por ka ju ji fui to mi ji ni thum kan de me mo kimi por na ken ki asa thui kan nan te mi ju kimi coconut sugar por kan ei le apoilo na si.
The xylitol, stevia, raw honey, and monk fruit, those are also much better replacements for sugar, for white sugar.
Well, what's that? Is it baking?
It is, yeah, it can be used for baking.
Okay.
Yes.
Powder or
It is, it's a powder, yes, and it can be used for baking.
look like icing powder?
Say that again?
Icing powder, like sugar powder?
No, it can be used as a replacement for white granulated sugar.
So it is in the market available?
It is.
What do they call it? Xylitol?
Xylitol.
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 Okay.
Uh-huh.
So the stevia, what is stevia like?
Stevia, it comes from a leaf, and it's 200 times more sweet than sugar. So you use way less
Okay.
of stevia.
So this is available in market.
It's in the grocery store. Yes, yes.
Okay.
3 packets.
Soที่มีปอดที่นั่นดูแลคือจีนี่ไอนั้นมั่งสิเลยค่ะรักษาทางอาเดงเดียวดีมั้งxylitol จน stevia and raw honey. What about raw honey?
Yes, so honey is full of antioxidants. You can find that at a grocery store. You can use that as a sweetener.
Okay.
Like if people are putting sugar in their coffee,
Yeah.
they could use honey instead. It would be a better option.
คุยที่สุดคือตุยสุกรนั้นนับเป็นการตักษาหัดตำนาสิที่อาสุนัตเตลมีโรมอจีนี่ทอนาดังนั้นนะทุ่มเบตตอนนั้นคุยที่สุดข้าพอยโล
So the sugars that you're going to want to stay away from are those in sports drinks, energy drinks, white granulated sugar. Those are the ones that are going to be the worst for those health issues.
In law, in actual time, it's you do that in a quite artificial sweetener. The donan fediga sugar artificial sweetener. The token bring back then or tell me more. The genie iron and the keyboard hrial the white can sugar to do food to me genie from Costco. To the energy drink to do Coke, the back ball, Monster, the back ball, a chemical in the cake. บอยไปถ่ายรูปปอดกันดิถ่ายรูปที่แบบปอดครับเนี่ยถ้ามีปอดนั้นอินเลยครับอัดคำที่สนัดสักคำแต่จะมีปอดครับจนสปอร์ตดริงก์นั่นดีมีปอด What about what is that sport drink in German เขาเรียกว่า Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Is it okay?
No.
Oh.
No. I wouldn't do so. The reason people drink Gatorade is because they want the electrolytes. And a perfect replacement for Gatorade is coconut water.
Coconut water?
Yes, it's full of electrolytes. And it doesn't have any of the dye, the food dyes in it, or any of the artificial sweeteners that Gatorade has.
So, well, like two bottles, the Gatorade can be you drink the kami ball ki get up attack road too. I thought it was good. Then I used to drink that. So, kami na kan ka to coconut water ka tha the coconut ti ko mi ti kami ball ki cawm lo the mo ka tha. So vitamin water ti vet la ka hrial lo the. Ti so chun amoi resistant to in kara pun na cha na pun ngan ding nan ki ball ki chini tam to the.
Okay. Good?
Yeah.
Good on sugar?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Now, minimizing unhealthy fats.
Okay, yan din tao maling na tuwaring.
Okay, so healthy fats are going to be avocado oil. Have you ever heard of avocado oil?
Yes.
Okay, great. Coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil you don't want to cook with. You want to use it as a topper. So like for a salad dressing on top of your vegetables, but not to cook with.
Well, so hrisel mi thảo mà khá Asia thì nát lắm mà cái poly thảo mi gì coconut avocado chú yang đi khá thopati cái gì đó đó thopati thảo cái thảo chú xin coconut oil coconut fat khá thảo xin extra virgin olive oil khá xuông mẹ kéo nát lắm khi tôi nên tôi thấy salad cái này nên tôi thấy màสิ่งนึงkhá nên tôi thấy thì trong thấy butter and ghee.
Okay. And then unhealthy fats, those are going to be, you'll see them labeled as vegetable oils. So that's like Crisco, cotton seed oil, corn oil, canola oil, soybean oil. Instead of all of these, you can use avocado oil as a one-to-one replacement. So if it calls 1 cup vegetable oil, use 1 cup avocado oil.
So, Adam lo mi hrisel lo ni Adam lo this sorry. Di sahiat ni kau nak dengan mi kiti. Tui gold oil vani mi siat ke kapol kakha hrisel chong lo. Vani siat pol mo tuisin current seed oil hi kan indah ma soybean tu berum siat te. Berum siat canola oil hi pol hydrogenated oil, vegetable oil. Hana siat kan ti mi pol go tu pin jor mi pol tu kau nak ke. Hi pol kan siat te le tha mo.
Where do you find a lot of these unhealthy fats in the grocery store?
Emi pol hi kuidin adoran na tel antam ye tel island.
These are all in the middle section of the grocery store, in your boxed items.
Emi grocery store the tampi alai nan matorin.
So when you're at the grocery store, think of just visiting and shopping the perimeter of the grocery store. The outside, the outside of the grocery store, not the center of the grocery store.
That they can find healthy oil. I mean,
The sections, you gotta tell the produce, the meat, so that the items are fresh.
The fresh items. You're not going to find any of those unhealthy fats or sugar in vegetables, in fruits, in meats, in cheeses. All of this is the inside of the grocery store. That's where you find all that extra sugar and bad fats.
okay. Dor fediga tan pitun hi mi hrisel lo mi siat pol hi vegetable dor kian kapas lo mo alai phong thildang kenan apuna nan mutering kaju si alai phong kan timen kaju dor lai timen kelo akapi ki vegetable hana razona kia aslo mo ki tampi jon ka asum dor sma aslo. Here pol zona kia. You mean nearby this kind of products? Yeah, right?
I mean no to those products.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where you find all those unhealthy fats are in boxed items.
Okay. Emi pol hi harhdam lo mi siat pol hi asuma apel tu. Gini tu na strong tu na hi pol harhdam lo hrisel lo mi siat pol pol apel ni.
We also find unhealthy fats in fast food.
Then thảo ki tui dori lamjini to ti McDonald ti pol dori
And in our fried food.
Tui alu kieu ti kieu pol kan an sariak man mi ka hrisel lo.
So do not eat a bunch of these like Americans do. Do not take that apart, as into your culture like Americans have done, because it is going to make you sick long term.
Ito ka to American pol ang ring mi ti fast food pol Taco Bell then McDonald bagi ti fry and pommy pol ti burger and pommy pol tampinan ring lekha nan taksa hanga thalo.
So why is this a problem? Because what all those bad fats do is it raises our cholesterol and it creates plaque inside of our arteries.
Ja chắc để là chỉ biết pol kan ai diga thảo thì sẽ lo bị thảo kan ai diga kan thisen bloodline kan thisen rona song kan thảo khawm de de chỉ diga thisen khona kha abi de a chi ter na kha se
So when the blood can't get through a blocked artery, by default, you increase your risk for heart disease and for stroke.
Itulah kami tahu hrisel mi nan tapi nanti sungai hrisel akan tisan lo nak apit tera bider dan ke sehingga sen lo nak taten seleten lo telolan long nak Thlarau pol tampi ngate nan lo cak lo te thor harti be pol pun kana nan ngate.
It also increases our weights, so we're more prone to obesity, diabetes, heart disease.
Jadi kan long nan tibe pol jisin khao kha atami lo te stock tibe pol tem kha stock hilai tong jin nan di stock kan tigo kadi makate topit tibe mo group nak tibe pol kha makate stock tibe si pol kan khao tam tiga.
Okay, are you good on the unhealthy fats? Okay. So number 3 is we're going to maximize portion control.
Patum na ka ziangtin kan control taring, demi kan control taring, kemudian kan control taring demi kan zaplang lima.
We're not eating tons and tons of food, right? So here's what a healthy plate would look like.
Jadi, ayin kai dengan control taring, tu zop ni kalau kita akan lembu tu harhdam mi ayin plate nan pakan ka harhdam terus mai tiao.
And we only need 1 plate. We don't need to go back for 2 plates or 3 plates or 4 plates, right?
เราkan ni plate tam pi lai tang siang pram be plate tam cuy kati ayin katu lo mo pakate kan to.
So we have our healthy fruits, our vegetables. You guys are fantastic at eating vegetables. We want to increase our protein intake, and then a healthy grain like brown rice would be a great example.
Cho nên nan mi pakan song na tu ni chiu thing te ra mo tu sen harhda tu sen protein sa kan ni ke pe lo le sa protein mo tu sen grain tu thai na tu brown rice ti be po tu sen pe ti be po ka to make a bali item. What about white rice versus brown rice?
So
we love eating white rice.
White rice is higher on the glycemic index. It breaks down quicker as sugar. Brown rice is slower, so it doesn't raise your blood sugar as fast as white rice.
So the burang kan di brown rice ni brown rice lai tong kan ne lo ya brown rice kan ne ke brown rice burang kan ni pol ki burang kan tam se ki makate sugar la cham te khuma tam te mo makate sugar la cham lo te brown rice ka su apoi lo so ni kami ka ta sa na ta.
It also has more minerals and vitamins than white rice.
Even brown rice kan is like vitamin ki mineral vitamin taksa na thami pol ki white rice na tam so ne.
Okay. So to increase your proteins, healthy proteins would be like baked chicken instead of doing fried all the time. So baked chicken, baked fish, lean cuts of meat, eggs, those are all great protein sources.
Protein ki taksa na thami ki yan kan damcak taring taksa kan dila su ziangvek.
Yes, in the oven. Yes.
Asa ke the protein and tamit taksa tham ju aswang so dia raw. What about we love to boil with water and eat?
Yes, that's excellent.
It's the same thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, not fry with water.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Aswang ta ka lo is the aswang raw asa raw. Juisin na turkey sa tibe ko beef, ground beef and baked fish chen XRT tibe ko ka taksa na tham is.
We also don't need to be eating all the time. We don't.
To be that sauces and do the barbecue. That's what we like.
Yeah, a lot of times the sauces have a whole bunch of sugar in them.
Okay.
So just if you're making them at home, decrease the amount of sugar that you're using, or use honey to sweeten the sauce.
Okay. So barbecue, 做沙跟肉的啊，对一多前面 sauce OK。Chini tampi tel the it's na barbecue nan ro ti ga chini tel mal dingin athum nan dule padisu tan ro the de kami kanan fi ko le ta de mo suang tha aro tha nan sugar tampi tel le tha. Okay.
Now I'm not saying that you can never have your fried beef, but don't do it all the time. And when you do make your fried beef, cook it with avocado oil.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, just give them a little bit of sun and give the avocado oil, avocado shred, the top up shred kind of on the top of it.
But peanut oil, we use a lot of peanut oil.
Avocado oil is going to be a better heart healthy oil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. The baby, mi pe steam the vitamin steam vegetable steam avocado oil subject man mongs to so hrisel subject man mi kan film control day avocado oil tabi junส่วนอร่อยที่สุดตามไปดูดิ Whatever, I think ziangvek man class subject man mi film control the answers. Yeah, we all agree that. So.
Okay. And then the next thing about portion control is we don't need to be eating and snacking all the time, right? So kind of a good way to think of this is to have a 12-hour feeding window and then a 12-hour fasting window. I use the example of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can use whatever hours work best for your work schedule and for your life. But we're only eating during that feeding window. And then once we finish dinner, we're done. We're not eating the rest of the night.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a lot, sorry.
So, 12 hours. They need some roll cut. They need some car a lot of time. That's enough. Zina Perkins and Perkalak Nays, coming who cars on your 80. Don't be even a non anything else. Yeah. Don't be even nothing like So, yeah. No, I like to stay late. So, like, when you eat like 5 o'clock in the evening, then by 10 o'clock I'm already hungry. So, I love to eat some snacks in the evening. So, I think that's not healthy, right?
So, the reason that I'm assuming that you're hungry by then is because you've not increased your healthy fats and your protein source during dinner.
Okay.
So if you're eating just a whole bunch of carbohydrates for dinner, you're going to be hungry at about 8 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because that does not satiate us.
Right, great. That's great. So now, Zanama, night from our home, program rolling a, what on the wrong side, the roll a protein, Zana from a raw acid. Protein and a tool, fruit and a tool, vegetable and a tool, Zana can and a tool. Nan plate parakan of min and film control. Bulong cat that him and I from our home program is like, wow, I believe in the wrong side. So roll an 8 and film control coming up. Plate Pakaswaka and chicken then a
Make sense?
Makes sense, yes.
Okay.
I'll do that next.
Okay, very good.
Very good. Yeah, I never know about that. Yeah.
So, good on that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then last one. Okay, maximizing physical activity. Yes!
We all need that, yeah.
Daily exercise. Okay, so how can we incorporate daily exercise? Very simple. We can just start walking in the neighborhood.
Yeah, need then Taksa ziangvek katul. Mas also big kan kia kan vak te lan kan siok te ke kan kat te.
So I have a friend that lives in the neighborhood, and twice a week I go to her house and we catch up and talk, and we walk 5 miles after dinner. Twice a week.
Ini kan ke katul ni jadi. Ini kan ngai roll di kan ni. Zat kan ni sungka roll di thon ni kan pengah kan fetau.
So it's a way for us to have community, to connect, but we're also actively doing something. We're not just sitting and talking. So think, maybe do you have a friend in your neighborhood or somebody that you'd like to get to know? Or maybe it's your family. Maybe after dinner, the family goes out and you go on a walk through the neighborhood.
แต่ที่นั่นตัวเทมินซานั่นจะเต้นโดนนั่นเอเทียจังเลยนั่นเอเทียนั่นรัฐแต่ลงรัวเต้นนั่นเชลเกนั่นเฟย์นั่นเนี่ยนั่นบักเทปิดออกตักสายจังไปแล้วกันตัวเต้นตัวนี้สิ่งนี้เต้น
We can also ride or walk our bikes to the store. We can ride bikes through the neighborhood. We can ride bikes through a park. Doing something. What's fun to you? Think of what's enjoyable to you.
จุดเราเลยนั่นยังนั่นตัวเทเลยจุดไปหมอจีบใช้กันนั่นตัวเทจุดเราเลยนั่นสมสารนั่นแบบปากเส้นสารสิ่งที่ฮันโนนั่นดีฟันดีก็ดีแอคทิวิตี้กับซาจังไปแล้วกันนั่นตัวเทไม่ใช่
It has to be enjoyable to you, or you won't continue doing it long term.
นั่นถ้าตัวนั้นตัวงอมที่มีกันนั่นโหดเทจุดเราเลยจุดเรียนนั่นตัวไปเราเอง
But don't overcomplicate it. If you want to do like at-home workouts, you can go on YouTube and simply search at-home workouts, and a whole bunch of videos will come up.
เดี๋ยวนั้นดูแลจุดอินสงครามตัดสินไปนั่นตัวเทยูทูบนั่นเราเลยโฮมวัดโฮมวัดครับนั่นเราเลยตั้งมีคนอินสมาเรียนที่นั่นจำไว้แต่ exercise นั่นตัวเทที่มียูทูบเราเรียนมันเอาเสียไปนะเราเรียนมัน
When I have a break at work, I stop and I just do 20 push-ups. It doesn't have to be something fancy, you know.
So how long it take you to do 20 push-ups? How many minutes you spend?
You just do it. You just do it, right?
In some class push-up ที่แบบที่อีกชาติเป็นตัวเทอเมริกาที่ไหนต้องมีดูเราไม่ต้องมีดูเรา
You can also look into getting a gym membership. Planet Fitness is $10 a month.
จิมตันเฟตเองถ้าเราฟังข่าวเราจะเป็นฟิตเนสหลักอะ membership ยังมันหักษาสุด
The YMCA, they base how much you pay per month on your income level.
YMCA แต่ membership นั่นแหละเป็นincome นั่นเป็น income นั่นจะโอเคแต่การนั้นหักษาเลยมาเท่านั้นเป็นมีตัวนี้
So those gyms would also be options as well.
จิมตันนั่นตัวเท Okay,
So,
quick question here.
Yes.
What it says that they used to say that I walk like a workhouse or wherever, a workplace I've been moving my body so I don't need to do exercise. There's a lot of people say about that.
So there's a difference between activity and exercise. So during my day, I'm walking, but I don't count that as exercise. It's just, that's activity. So, but I exercise in the morning. I set aside time in the morning for me to exercise.
So, lagi kami simple di. Kata tuan nak taksa kata tak lam sesi kabang lam detail dia. Kami atang lam ni sedi. Nak taksa harhda ni exercise tu kami le. Nak tuan nak kan jang ni kabang kalau. Nak tuan jang baik le. Harhda exercise dan tuan
I hate to break it to you, but that's just an excuse.
Yeah. Kalau morning dan morning ni sih exercise tu ada orang.
Okay. So to conclude, last one. So we want to minimize our sugars and our unhealthy fats. And the way that we're going to do this is by sticking to the outside edge of the grocery store, our whole foods.
มาสปีกาตุสินนั่นเองกันในมาสกันสิ่งกันสาวๆเล่นท้าวค่ะมัลเทบีกันเองจินบาซาร์กันไกด์ติดละบาซารีอะไรท้าวตั้งมีแคร์พอลส่วนกับอีอันเรนมีสักแคร์อาเชียมมีทำมีพอลค่ะกันเลยกันเอง
And then we're going to cut back on our fast foods and our fried foods.
จะสิ่งอันนั้นจะ fast food ที่แมคโดนัลด์ที่แบบทาโกเบลที่แบบบอยที่อาลูฟรายที่แบบบอลค่ะออลเต้เลเทมีบอลค่ะคันอามัลเทมิกันเองยูกันเทลมันอามัลเทมิกันเองมั่วกับบอลค่ะกัดสายเท้ามัลดิงกันตัวเทมิสิ
And then we're going to maximize our portion control with our fruits, our vegetables, a healthy grain, and a protein.
ส่วนกันเองนี่ค่ะยังถึงตั้งเทมิกินกันเองตัดสารทำให้กันเองเทมิละกันสิจุดนี้จุดมีปกติสิละวินแต่ที่นั่นกันเปล็ดประกาศโดดกันเองติดเด่นเปล็ดประกาศสมาทิ้งเทระกันเองเดลิงหาหน้ารักกันเองเดลิงจุดสิ่งที่ไทยรักที่เปย์เวียนประกันเองเดลิงจนชาค่ะ Malay dal kan kan pakat pakari kan ini di dekat taksa kan dulu fin krok ton lo kan ini tidak sesuai papa pi bang email lo dia krok ton kan ini taksa kan temen ni rot jet kan ini kan dam reading kan dam sound kan sel kan akse.
And then by increasing our protein intake, we're not going to be hungry, and so we're not going to be snacking after dinner.
Ya,เราkan ini kan din tui pakang nan ini kan tui pakat cikat lom le kan tu mi pok kan kha thoi kan shoot la le pakat kan le rong sal. Sang hi ve ki protein umi tu sa vegetable harhda tingera le ka ve ki plain tha te kan le kha pakat kan le rong lo zana mai pona probiro ne ka se ziangtin nan to nan le ko te rong lo li lo le nan taksa sma kan harhda na ka tha mi se.
And then last but not least, increasing our physical activity.
Yes,
yes.
Taksa sampai nak exercise go, moi nan tu le, dap nan tu le, nan sa nan tu le, siapa taksa exercise ni ten ziangvek kan tu.
Okay. So now it's your turn. 20 push-ups.
Okay, kita si 20 push-ups. That's right, eh?
Okay, that's all. Yes.
Sunamo.
Yeah, to shoot time. It's time for a question.
Kan no is that just pator din mun kan yuti de kan thai kauna. Ban ra ding ti kha an lo wel kham ski ko han ha kan kaw din sa gai au sam mi para. Nan ma pati para. Tam pi no kan na kan nei. Wel pa kan kan so ham se di kha sa samasi.
We're so much thankful for coming and spending time with us, and it's for our good and for the training. We're so much thankful. May God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ban ni na ka. Atu ni suka po kan ei mi se tham sia si ti sia po kan ei mi se khat the zo. Aza kan khat the zo bi. Asile ke mai kro dan me na khan. Ti lai ro kan ei ti ka khan. Ji ni kan tu sabiti la chum tu. Phur ban ta chum tu hai ta chum tu ki. Kan ei the chum tu zo. Jela juice kan ro in hai ti kan ro in no cha de be. Kan chum the ni kha. Ke mai lai da ni ka ro adan ka chen. Akha mi khala ta tin. Akumi so doi so nak dengan akan akami le. Akumi kan roy ni orang kah cuma macam sesuatu. Kau cuma ada tema. Kita siapa kalau suti le. Aku kan ini mau maka. Kami all feel nak dengan akan kah. Ini umma. Tuhan yang kah. Berarti saya akumi mau maka. Ne kau dengan tu. Akha jadi nak suti aku so. Tapi kau kan bukan dengan akumi nak tahu ya. Jadi payah teh. Aku tadi mereka injeng tu saja. Kan sudah. Atau siapa kan sudah sampai ke mana lagi mau. Atau nak tengok mau. Ni tadi question dia kin. Api ding ni aja. Sudah nak kan ini kami mau maka. Doi tak nak dengar dia. Siapa dia siapa sih kan penting ini kasih.
Yeah, that's a good question. So we've been eating too much sugar. Our body is full of sugar, so we still keep eating like grapefruit and orange, and we still drink pop and Monster or another drink. So, is there any cure, like if we drink a lot of bitter drink or sour drink, or is there medication we can take to get rid of that sugar, detoxing the sugar? So, is there any remedy for too much sugar already inside?
That's a good question. So, first, I want to say is you're 100% right.
Yeah, that's a subika tade kamika zakata zakana subika dikse.
The reason that you feel like you need a medication to get off of sugar,
the sugar the taksa kamika sauding silek telangan to pemedin subika
is because it's literally addictive. It goes to your brain and it is addictive.
Is that akumi mi soy e kloka na chima asu mi joy e.
That's why it's so hard to get off of, and then once you start eating it, you can't stop eating it. It's addictive.
E jina akumi na e tam se nei tam se ju ban to harzet mi soy zo mi joy zo asin.
So the best thing to do is, as hard as it may sound, is to stop, to cut it cold turkey. Is that an expression? Okay. That's an American saying.
Okay.
Would be to completely stop eating the sugar. As hard as that may sound. But if you do that, it's actually the easiest way to do it because it's not going to your brain.
가람사 미랑 트란스 터키 호면 땅에 돌지 뭐 지미지 음지 지비산지 에라 sugar can 에라 또 돌지 question is that the sugar only inside the body, how long it stay inside? So if they stop eating the sugar, so it's going to clean up.
Yes, it will. And you'll notice in about 2 to 3 days, really about 3 days, that addiction to the sugar will start to decrease.
Okay. So Taksa sugar jini jaka tin pang tu lo di. Nan ai non lo le kha nan Taksa mi sugar jaka a lo lo ni. Cho le ni thum nu a chen a thum ai nan cha na kha a he ni di. A ta ni lo ni. A re ngai lo na di. Cho le nan tia non lo ni thum.
But your first 3 days are going to be horrible.
Ya ni thum sum chu sugar ai chak ti do na nan ni.
And you're probably going to have a really bad headache. Because your body is detoxing from all that sugar.
Yeah,
so those first 3 days really increase the amount of water you're drinking so you can flush those toxins out. Okay? Okay.
One maki kan lei mi Pathian tu mi chan si pia ka dum mi kha Pathian zian rian athur tu ro ri lom mang mi kha athur dan ma ka zan kita khot ka phong ta ben thor ri se asia ti pe
The question is that eating sugar can reverse by drinking drink kind of the apple juice that makes it to a sour taste.
I'm not following.
The sour taste is like how do you say?
A sour taste.
Sour taste,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So does it reverse the sugar? Can defeat the sugar?
Yes, but also some salt can also satisfy that portion of the brain that wants that sugar.
I mean, the question is that can the sour taste reverse the sugar? Not the desire, but all the inside the body. While keep eating the sugar, if you eat that sour taste, juice or something, does it help?
Lemon juice.
Lemons, eating lemon.
Yes, lemon for sure. Like drinking some lemon water or lime water in the morning, warm lemon water, would be very helpful. Yes.
Okay. Ziangpita tui athurmi de tan khai di poke nan in slaka athurmi nan in kan pia la bom the di.
Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar. Yes. So if you start to have like a sugar craving, taking a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar would also be helpful.
So if they keep eating the sugar, does it change the effects of sugar?
No.
Okay.
No.
So apple tea thurmi kan nan in chini nan age nan age to le.
No, nothing is going to negate
Yeah.
the bad effects of sugar. If that's what you're asking. No.
Yeah, that's what she asked.
No.
There's no antidote with this.
No.
Chini thum kan Taksa ta chen nan age nan age to se chun. Chan kha tan pi le kle an thu hang nen kle tan pe ni kle dan nam chon
That
sugar
was tricky.
So keep eating sugar and then drink a lot of the lemon juice or
It's not gonna
apple
balance
vinegar.
out. No.
Okay, doesn't
No.
help.
But to help
okay.
with the sugar craving,
Yeah.
doing the lemon water in the morning, and then if you feel the craving, doing a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar will help curb the craving.
Asnan kha tui ta chena sugar na inno lo sa Ziangpita the apple vinegar apple tea thur ti le te so le tan kha thur ka na in sle kha Ziangpita nen le kha khami khan na tak sai chin thum hal mi kha hal no lo ding ati chan chini ne in thau le na tak sa ma ke thau se
But nothing is going to negate the effects
Yeah,
of
yeah.
this.
apple cider kan ki si ka man ka pha pha dan tam chu bin la mi te man te ta si ka ve ni te de ka ma chu mi si do kha Kan tegas kan nukan apple saya dah cakap sudah aku nanti kau kan interest ni kan dia kan masa India this ni imu tak point this apple saya dah turun so nanti dah bukan heavy loh nanti aku dah hemat makro ka zong ni bukan kan one more termen orang lagi so kami kaji apa seperti itu kasih kau ini nak lekah imu thau so alim loh so ini kaji lah mam kan indek tu masa ni mas kan indek ka India ti khatam tu pin le khatam tu kan dasmure khatam lalu kisah kau jadi kau kerja apa dia kisah zima zam ini kasih.
So the question says that he said that my wife told me to drink apple vinegar short taste because I take too much sugar to navigate that sugar contents my body. I used to drink that the short taste as apple vinegar in the evening. So does it help anything? Because it doesn't navigate, right?
No, it's not negating the sugar.
I don't know. Sugar Taksa means sugar potential.
Sugar is still toxic.
Yeah. Na in non or later on can happen.
Kami nak doi take enough stuff.
Lo. Dia kena dalam zona. Umat tam.
这个弟弟咧，你看大本身跟你睇这个阿木卡看你咧，ก่อนทนตำนี่เนี่ยค่ะสิสิบรรทัดเด้นี่ค่ะ大本身跟你บรรทัด跟你ค่ะ
So the question is that people who eat eggs, they inside the yellow and the white. So some people said that they think that yellow contains like that increased cholesterol. And does it should be how many eggs in a day, or what should be the appropriate eating?
I think this is opinion based on the research that I've done. Eggs are an excellent source of protein, including the yellow. They will not raise your cholesterol. What will raise your cholesterol are bad fats, which is all those unhealthy oils and fried foods and fast food. Eggs will not do that to you.
Okay.
It's a great source of protein and fat.
How many eggs a day should be appropriate for adults?
I think a normal, 3 eggs. If you're eating more than that, that's still okay. You're not going to hurt your body with eggs.
Artika, asumi ade in tawa tamper timika andona mensi. Research of the scientific controliga asumi ade rampe kapoilo de. Jani kara kumni kumtum normally to minum kare kumtum an okay. Jana tamen eta sukin arti no se solo de. Alo taw tamper you we subject to all fast food we fries refried the fast food ball hamburger the ball kimi enjoy ball kimi ball set to men in the ball sugar ball kaka club music. So what about banana? How many banana they can eat a day?
I would not eat more than 1 banana a day. Banana,
sugar, right?
It is. Yeah, it's very high in the amount of sugar. So your lower amount of sugar fruits are going to be your citrus fruits and your berries. Strawberries, blackberries, oranges, grapefruits, lemon, lime, blueberries.
What about apple? Apple, 1 apple is fine.
Oh, 1 apple. Yes, that's just fine.
Okay. So now, I think there are like in cawm means starting now. Grapefruit demo. The cawm means grapefruit demo. So berry, okay. Strawberry, blueberry, okay. Time season. Then any apple debate class let that be an agent of orange,
yes. But if you want the banana or the apple to make you fuller, like so you're not as hungry if you're eating that as a snack, add some nut butter to it, like almond butter, and then that healthy fat will satiate you, so you're not hungry again in 30 minutes to an hour.
Butter, like almond butter?
Almond butter, peanut butter.
So
add that to your apple.
I don't know, fat in butter? Butter, there's a fat content too, right?
Yes, but that is a good, healthy fat.
So, apple and apple banana and butter, okay? Officially, cow, peanut butter, butter, yeah, to me, kata. Parang come on. That's good. Yeah. To me, then a like a protein kata tau atomica men taksa na during this.
Come on.
And then the bin sumika next the sumika.
Apple cider vinegar kasi naman ini kaya mo sa kawan ito.
So if they drink apple cider vinegar drink in the morning as detoxing sugar.
Yeah.
So how many spoons they should take?
Just a teaspoon. You could do a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. You could squeeze in half a lemon and then put some warm water, like a cup of warm water, and mix that together.
Lemon and
Be excellent.
apples.
Apple cider.
And apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you could drink that right before you go to bed. And that'd be really good for your stomach, for your digestive system.
Yeah, Zina told it then kami the lemon the damcak apple ka nasol kay jisin apple cider vinegar ka hai ka kat jimi kat piloma na roy slen zitin tenen ne na taksai athumi thiamlomi ba ko ka qualify di zipi tenen kayจะไปจุยชินนะปุ่มไปทำตาจะจานนั้นคนในอีหลงคือกันเทไปแล้วถ้าท่านตักษาทางทางไปสิ
Good?
Okay.
Okay.
Sabit dekha wai ma kan zor ka sabit tuk so.
Grapefruit.
Dekha kan ya kan tasna thap apa ya.
What about grapes? Some grapes are really sweet, and are they good for body?
They're high in sugar. Your red grapes are going to be better than the green grapes, but they're both fairly high in sugar. I'm not saying you can't have them.
Grape atumi pop ke junatun sugar kini tampi terade junatun ekau kan dia na nanti dengan film purata tampi lalam tom pukar elo dengan situation.
But if you sometimes like if you freeze grapes or you freeze blueberries, that can work as a really nice snack. Like make it as like a treat instead of like something sweet. You can do that instead.
How do they?
Like frozen blueberries, frozen grapes, using that as a treat rather than like
so they
ice cream or something. I'm saying use that as a replacement for like a sweet treat.
Okay, the fruit polka the frozen under like tumka reduced so it uses sugar content when we frozen.
No,
Okay,
I'm just saying that's okay. I'm just saying that it just makes as a nice treat in exchange for like a sweet treat, like a dessert or something that could be used in exchange.
Okay, yes. Now the nan ediga kan the frozen under the dessert the tum tampi ne na ka kapol ne sa sa kan tampi e ore ka sa thali. All right. Any other question? All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So stay healthy, live longer,
That's
be
right.
happy,
And do your
more
push-ups.
stronger. Do your push-up every day, 20 times a day. I did 20 times. Thank you. Thank
Very
you very
good,
much.
very good.